Real talk, the Metaphor Messiah, man. I got this one. Let's go. You ever seen the morning star? Mr. Metaphor Messiah, back to show you who we are. I represent a legacy, a pothead like the 70s, a different kind of mind. They say we only speak in melodies. Legend in the game, I think I found a solution. Got a crazy kind of flow, I need a verbal institution.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Dead on Dave coming at you live from Germany after TLC. Tables, ladders, and fucking sleeping pills. My God. All right, look. Let's get what was good and great out of the way, because there wasn't a whole lot, but the main event certainly was that. The best thing you could say about this entire show was thank God the main event delivered until Ellsworth. Until Ellsworth. I mean, look, they made the most predictable possible ending to the match. You know, it's so crazy to me that we've seen WWE do shocking things as of late in places and spots where the predictable would have worked very well. You know, doing something unbelievably predictable with Brock Lesnar and Bill Goldberg might have been the best thing to do. They go opposite. They've done this a few times as of late, but they decide to go with the most obvious way of booking. And it kind of ruins a great match in a lot of ways. Mainly because I am so tired. I'm so over Ellsworth. I just want to... You know, that's what I'd like to do. That was a gun, not a dick. I just want to make sure everybody understands that. Gun, not a dick. Just making sure that we are all on the same page. But look, that aside from Ellsworth, that main event was doggy. That thing was tight as hell. You know why? It's because God himself was watching that match. He was cheering on AJ Styles. Obviously, AJ Styles found religion tonight, folks. For his pants were holy. That's right. We got a bloody butthole sighting out of AJ Styles as his pants got ripped. Amazing. The crowd was great. We got AJ's butthole, AJ's butt crack, nice ass, all kinds of great stuff. Fantastic. Can't really be too upset about it, how good that was. I mean, my God. But really, there's only so much we can talk about with the main event. The main event was amazing. The main event was incredible. We saw AJ Styles do some stuff that I've simply never seen before. I've never seen a 450 from the ring through a table. I've never seen that. That was breathtaking. And AJ actually looked scared when he was going to do it. His hands looked like they were shaking. He kind of just looked like he just willed himself at the last minute and just went for it. And that was, that was awesome, man. That was pretty damn awesome. But aside from that, the rest of the show was unbelievably disappointing. I mean, none of the wrestling was good. It was sloppy from start to finish. I mean, probably the cleanest match that we saw all night was the opening match, the Wyatts taking the championship, the tag titles, off of Slater and Rhino. I mean, other than that, everything else was unbelievably sloppy. Didn't really seem to have any fire, no emotion, no connection. It was just kind of a really blah, mediocre friggin' night. And SmackDown's supposed to be the wrestling show. SmackDown suffered from a few things. Really bad and awkward matchups. A lot of guys who really simply don't seem to have great chemistry together. There's a few exceptions. But most of the night was also very long feuds. Very, very long feuds. And hopefully they're all going to be over. I mean, hopefully we are done with basically every single one of these rivalries that we saw tonight. We saw one pivot, but other than that, there's no other pivots, and I'm not exactly sure that any of those other rivalries are ending, even though they really need to. What's another positive off tonight? We got not one, but apparently two Dead on Dave signs at this event. Holy shit, the Copious Revolution is absolutely taking over the world. So that means for Copious signs, we got two, and times that I actually fell asleep during this pay-per-view, at 3. So good stuff. Big shout out to everybody in the chat. I appreciate you guys being here. Make sure you drop a like on this video. It's important. You want that on Dave to grow. You want us to grow. We need likes. We need them likes. You got to share this thing. It's the only way you're getting in the algorithm nowadays. So you got to hook it up with the like button. Hit that shit. Also, big shout out to everybody who's here joining me, coming at you live from Germany. I see Bear, Francisco Scagna, Leaping Lizard, Pittsburgh boy who's all kinds of butthurt over Alexa Bliss. Sarah Small is here. Casey McLaughlin, Jay Wilson, the Kendrick Johnson, Terry Snow Queen doing some moderation on your asses, along with the sexy French animal that is Frenchie Ben. The Daniel WMS is here, as is Dookie Shed. Yeah, that's my name of the night right there, Dookie Shed. Mark Parrish is also here, along with Sleeping Angels. All kind. Derek Bradford is timed out somewhere. That's fantastic. Sleeping Angels. Tony Merritt. Riley Hernandez. We got all kinds of great people. I do appreciate Guncannon's here. The guy who made this graphic. Look at this graphic. That's all him. Thank you, Guncannon. I appreciate it. Over there at Iron Knight Graphics. Information in the description box. Go ahead. Check that out. Aaron H is here as well. The Bitches and Botches podcast are here. They're all here, man. Hanging out with the copious fat man. Make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel as well. We're on our way almost at 4K, baby. 4,000 subs. We're about there. You guys can push us over the top. Make sure that you make it happen. All right, let's get through it, man. Let's go through this night match by match, and then we'll take your phone calls, and I'm going to get the hell out of here because I'm exhausted. Let's start it off with the tag team titles match. That's right. We have new SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Wyatt family, with Randy Orton there and Bray Wyatt. Pretty entertaining. I like the match was short. It was predictable. There wasn't a lot to it, but it was entertaining because of Randy and Bray and the whole dynamic with them. The pose at the end was probably the best thing that we saw in the entire match. The little moment that Randy and Bald Spot Harper had was pretty damn good as well. Very weird and odd and just kind of cool. I kind of dug that. The whole that was a cool moment, but the match kind of fell flat. Just wasn't a whole lot to it, unfortunately. And it's time, man. Slater and Rhino needed to go. For everybody who was saying, well, Slater and Rhino gets amazing reactions. Not tonight. Bitch. Not tonight. Didn't happen. Because they're just simply not that over. That's just a reality. Slater might be a little over. He's a guy who his overness is not going to translate for a very long time. And it gets proven time and time again. But what are you going to do? So the Wyatts get that fantastic victory and get themselves the tag team championship. By the way, it's Bray Wyatt's first title in WWE. Holy shit. Amazing. Good stuff. All right. After that, we got Carmella and Nikki Bella. Yeah. Nikki was looking good tonight, man. She had her fist wrapped for a fight. She had the cornrows in, braids, whatever. She was looking good, as Booker T would say, getting her little legs into them small-ass shorts, and God bless her for it. Carmella's still sporting that shiner. Look, they tried. A no DQ match, essentially a street fight. They tried. They got a kendo stick involved. All the shots to the legs. It's like, why not hit him in the back? I don't know. It was very weird. If you're not going to put some actual punishment on these girls, don't put in the kendo stick. It just looks kind of silly. The spraying of the friggin' fire extinguisher at the end was very, very silly. The match was unbelievably slow and still sloppy somehow. So it was disappointing. I really do feel that it was disappointing. The Rack Attack 2.0 was a crap attack 2.0. I mean, that's what it really was. After the match, once again, predictability reigns supreme. As for some reason, Carmella reveals the identity of Natalya because they're just tight like that, her and Nikki now, and she can just, it wasn't even me. It was Natalya. Why not Evo? Why not somebody else? Why not Nikki just wiping out Nikki? Or Natalya wiping out Nikki? Something. But just Carmella after getting her ass whipped, grabbing a mic, and then what did she say? It was Natalya. That was just weird. Didn't really do a whole hell of a lot for me, I got to be honest, but it is what it is. Oh, boy. Miz and Dolph. I was expecting a lot more. I got to be honest. The match wasn't bad. It really wasn't. It wasn't a horrible match, but I was expecting more. I'm glad that this feud is over. I thought The Miz did very well. I was a little disappointed with some of the spots out of Dolph Ziggler, to be completely honest. We see so much overselling out of Dolph tonight. It really didn't seem like there was a whole hell of a lot of selling, and the bumps that he usually takes, and he sells them so well. Tonight, there wasn't a whole hell of a lot of that. They seem to be very cautious with each other. I don't know if that's because they're really close friends. I have no idea. But I'm not saying that's necessarily a bad thing, but everything just seemed a little bit too cautious and too set up, and it just was very sloppy. It led to a lot of disconnection, I felt. Overall, like I said, the match wasn't bad. The Miz getting the victory, I'm still a little torn on it, but every time that I think I close the book on The Miz, he kind of does a few things that brings me back a little bit. I thought the promo afterwards was really good. I enjoyed that. It was they're setting something up here. Daniel Bryan's going to have to get in the ring. They made mention to it before the match and then kind of after the match as well, with more taunting and Daniel Bryan. I got a feeling that Daniel Bryan is going to take some kind of a stance where, I never got my retirement match. I didn't get to go out my way. I have a feeling we're going to see that. It just feels like, what other reason do they take the belt back off of Dolph as quickly as they did? What other reason do they keep the people around that they've been keeping around the way that they have? It just doesn't make sense to me. So I feel like because they're doing it, there's got to be a really good reason for it. And my reason has to be Daniel Bryan at The Miz at some point. I know there's a lot of complications, but one of the reasons that is making me think that way, and Tommy, just hang out a second, I'm going to get to you in one moment. One of the things that's making me think that way is if you look at Daniel Bryan, he seems to be putting on a little bit of mass again. He seems to be putting on a little bit of weight. And he dropped a whole hell of a lot of weight after he retired. But it seems like he's getting a little bit bigger again. That makes me think that there could be something to this. But only time will tell. All right, guys. Real quick, we're going to interrupt the review section because you guys know the rules. When this man calls, I answer. It's my buddy from North Kakalaki, the beacon of positivity. It's Tommy NC 2010. What's going on, pal?
Oh yeah, this is me, Tommy NC 2010. But I gotta say, I may be positive at times, but that match sucked at the end. I'm sorry.
That was the only good thing of the entire night. Was that match? The only good thing of the entire night was that match.
The wrong person won.
Yeah, take the belt off of AJ. Now, see, this is why you don't book shit. You cannot book anything. I am going to make sure, my life's mission is to make sure you never book a wrestling match. If you want to book one in your backyard, you could do that, but never a professional wrestling match. You never get to book anything, because if you want to take the belt off of AJ, you are daft, my friend. Daft and not daft punk.
Hashtag holy ass. Hashtag holy bleeding ass, in my opinion.
Yeah, don't tell me about your personal problems. Yes, AJ did indeed find religion because his pants were holy. That is true. I am worried about the blood. Blood should not come from one's anus. I mean, it's a little disconcerting when the blood comes from the anus. I mean, blood from the mouth, blood from the foot, blood from the eyes. Okay, blood from the ass. A little troublesome. Ass blood is troublesome blood indeed. What'd you think of that 450 though? That 450 through the table. It was phenomenal.
It was beautiful. I have to say, and I did not expect it from that no-chin. I thought he was going to go out there and get the title, but no. He hops out of the ring and he's just like, "Ooh, I have no chin. Oh, I'm going to go back to the locker room now." And here's what I think: he wants to fight Styles for the title.
Good. Because AJ ain't going 0-4 against that fucking kid. But it's weird, man. I don't know. It's just kind of strange to me. You didn't see this coming. I mean, they set this up where it really seemed like it was obvious that Ellsworth was going to cost Ambrose. I got to be honest with you, though. I thought the same thing you did. when they set up the goddamn tables the way they did. I'm sorry, your breath is fucking me up, son. You are breathing hard into the phone, son. Hard into that phone. It's kind of creeping me out. When they set up,
I just want you to know, I got you on the TV right now, the big screen TV. I got Dead on Dave on the TV. I can hear myself out in the front room. Just let you know that you're on my front TV right now. My friends are watching you right now on my TV.
What's up, Tommy's friends? How are you guys doing? Okay, look, guys. I don't know if don't worry, Tommy can't hear me right now, but listen to me. You guys can hear me. If you're being held against your will, what I want you to do is just throw a shoe at Tommy right now. All right? It's okay. You can escape this. Just stay strong. Stay positive. You will get out of this alive. I promise you that. Tommy, by the way, I love you, and I would never think that you would kidnap or torture anybody.
My friends just said hello to you, by the way.
What up? They're screaming for help is what they're fucking doing. They're screaming for help.
They love being in my house. It's, they're looking. My friend is just screaming at her television. Like you can hear her.
They are screaming for help because they're chained to a wall. They're about to be turned into a goddamn lampshade. It's terrifying. It really is. It really is.
I'm not that sadistic.
Tommy, what's your final thoughts on TLC?
I thought, except for the ending, I thought it was all decent, and I knew it. All the bad guys won tonight. The way the pay-per-view went.
Yeah.
The way the pay-per-view went, all the bad guys won tonight.
Yeah, they did. It was a heel night.
Yes.
Good catch, Tommy. Very good catch.
Yes, as soon as the first bad guy won, what was it? Randy and
the Wyatts,
Beardface, the Wyatts won. I said, "Oh, this is a heel night. This is a heel night. If a good guy wins at the first part of the pay-per-view, you are guaranteed to have the face win. All the faces win on a pay-per-view."
I don't know about that.
Now, my prediction is, if somebody wins on Raw, somebody's gonna lose on the pay-per-view. If the heel loses on Raw, he's going to win on the pay-per-view.
I don't know. That's the thing. They kind of blew a hole into that because Alexa Bliss ended up winning after Becky went through the table on SmackDown. So I don't know, man. I think they've kind of blown a hole in that. And usually, I mean, to see a clean sweep of heels at a pay-per-view is kind of a rare thing. It doesn't happen all that often. But still, it is what it is, man.
Hey, Dave.
Yeah.
You know what I got to say to you before I go?
Oh, Christ, what?
Goldberg! I'm
throwing your ass over the top rope. Throw your ass right over that top rope. Tommy NC 2010, everybody. Holy God. Blowing out your eardrums and probably somebody's eyeballs later on today. Oh, my God. All right, so here we are. Where were we? I don't even remember where the fuck we were. No idea. Where the hell were we? Oh, yeah. Miz and Dolph. Yeah, like I was saying, I did think the match was okay. The Daniel Bryan theory. That's right. That's where we were. So we're done with that. Okay. After that, we got Kalisto and Baron Corbin. This is the first time I fell asleep. I fell asleep during this match. I think I fell asleep during this match twice, to be honest. And from what I understand and the things that I saw, it wasn't even all that bad of a match. Corbin nails the end of days on a pile of chairs. Meh. It's what are you going to do in a chairs match? You're going to do your finisher on a pile of chairs. It's just kind of standard stuff. Corbin kind of yells at everybody afterwards. He scares Morrow. You can't scare Morrow. You can't do that. I do like Corbin going ape shit after it. I kind of like that. He's that wild card. He's unpredictable. And hopefully he'll be taking on The Miz next. I know heel versus heel, but still, why not at this point? Alexa Bliss and Becky Lynch. You know what? And I was going to take Pittsburgh's call because I thought he'd be the perfect guy to talk to. In fact, let's go ahead. Oh, I was going to take Pittsburgh's call, but he hung up. I don't know what to tell you. Oh, well. Pittsburgh boy, I'm sure, is very upset over this, but Alexa Bliss beats Becky Lynch in a decent match. Once again, it was more of the slow sloppiness that kind of plagued this entire night tonight, but not a bad match. Nothing spectacular, though. Bliss getting the victory after a kind of a weird spot outside, a power bomb off the apron through a table. It was okay. I mean, nothing spectacular. I'm kind of glad they made a little bit of a change with the title. Doesn't mean Becky's going to not stay champion very long. I'm sure she will get it back relatively quickly, but, or maybe not. Maybe they're not going to play hot potato like they are over on Raw, even though I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. However, it just, it kind of felt like Alexa was building to this and this was going to happen. But I know one guy who's not very happy about it, and that is Pittsburgh Boy, who's joining us right now. Pittsburgh Boy, you're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
You know, if Becky were to lose the title in a couple of weeks, I'd have no problem.
Why?
But why?
Yeah, why?
Because I'm going to the live event next week. I'm going to be able to see my favorite woman have the title.
Okay, so you're telling me the fake belt on her shoulder or not being on your shoulder is going to make or break your experience?
No, it's not. But, I mean, it'd be
now
awesome
you're probably going to get to see her fight for the title. Now you'll probably see she'll lose. But now you're going to get to see her fight for a title. Come on, that's even better.
Well, that's true. That is true. But, you know, I was kind of hoping they do a rematch on SmackDown this Tuesday.
They might, but I if they do, that's going to be the end of the feud because I believe Alexa will win that. You might be upset. But you know, it's kind of weird. There's really no other faces doing anything. Who are they going to do, Alexa and Naomi? Because it looks like Nikki is going to be caught up for a little while with Natty. Eva Marie's coming back, but she's a heel. So I think they're going to keep going with this, but we'll see.
And, you know, I've caught hell from a couple people tonight because I broke a cup.
Because you're a fucking idiot. You broke stuff again.
It's only $16 worth altogether.
You know what? You know how ignorant of a statement that is? If you break anything that costs any type of money that is out of your pocket, you're breaking your shit. It doesn't matter if it's $1 or $1,000. It's called having a little bit of respect for your fucking possessions, you douche nozzle. You gotta fucking have. It's what? Who cares if it's replaceable? Hips are replaceable, you asshole. It doesn't mean you break them. You don't fucking just break stuff. What kind of a wasteful fucking man-child are you? You don't just break stuff. Oh, I can replace it. It's irritating when someone breaks something out of fucking anger like that. Punching a hole through a wall is one thing, but breaking your fucking items, just household items for no fucking reason because you can't control your emotions, it drives me fucking nuts. It's so childish.
Testosterone levels are high.
You have no testosterone. You're a vag-tastic woman. You fucking woman. Oh, God.
Yeah? Chloe thinks otherwise.
Yeah, well, Chloe's a lesbian then.
Oh, okay. That's not nice. I know. That's a little too far there. That's a little too far there.
Chloe Lesbo. Chloe Lesbo. I like it. But see, it's okay because you do actually have a penis? You have a penis? Yes?
What?
Do you have a penis?
Yes.
You have a penis, okay. Are you sure? Is it an innie or an outie? Because if it's an innie, it's a vagina.
It's an outie.
Are you sure?
There's no problems. It's an outie.
Right. Are you sure about that?
I'm positive.
Okay, well, I don't know. I heard it's muy picanto. Anyway, I'm tired of ridiculing you. It gets too easy. Anything else before I get you out of here?
That's pretty much it. I hope that Becky gets the title back soon.
All right, don't let Chloe get up in your lady parts, okay? You have a little bit of self-respect.
Oh, come on.
See you later. Over the top rope. Pittsburgh Boys a hooker. All right, God, real quick, 203, you're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
Dave, I saw 2 of your signs there tonight. What the hell do you have to say about that?
It's about fucking
Two people were holding up signs that said Dead on Dave. I couldn't believe my eyes.
We're taking over the world. The copious movement is happening. It's fucking
that
real.
That is unbelievable. How much did you pay him?
You know what? Surprisingly, nothing. You would think I would have, because that is my move. But no, it didn't. No money at all. Sexual favors, that's a different story altogether. But no money changed
Well, at least you're a respectable man, Dave. That's what I like to hear, you know?
I'm a classic
Save your money,
dog.
blow some dicks. What are you going to do?
Oh, no, I told them you would do it, and they said they couldn't wait. So Pretty exciting.
Yeah, well, listen, I don't work for free.
Oh, no, but I mean, no, you didn't. You worked for me because you're my hoe.
Okay, Dave, what'd you think of the match, the last match?
I liked it. Up until fucking Ellsworth fucking everything up, I really enjoyed it. AJ Styles
I thought that was perfect.
It was so predictable.
You didn't like that?
Nah, not for me. Not for me. I would have liked to have done something a little different.
What'd you think of AJ Styles' butt crack hanging out the whole match?
That was hot. I do worry about the anal bleeding, but I mean, you know, sometimes dates get rough and those things happen. But other than that, I mean, I thought it was really good, man. I loved what AJ did. He's amazing. Jesus Christ.
The GOAT. He's the GOAT.
450 through a table off from the ring. I've never seen it. I've never seen it. That was amazing.
I went 6 to midnight real quick. It was very exciting, Dave.
It was. Indeed it was. You've been absent for a while. Where the fuck have you been?
I don't know. I just miss you a lot. I don't know. I've been busy. You know, my goldfish died. I was in mourning for him for a while.
That's
you know,
unfortunate.
A lot going on in my life. I got fired from McDonald's.
That's not good. Jesus, you're really going through some hard times.
Yeah. My boyfriend left me. No, nothing good.
It's okay. You know what? You just keep plugging away there, champ, okay? You don't worry about it. Don't let anything get you down because you know what? To paraphrase your favorite song, you're the best around. Nothing's ever going to bring you down, all right, buddy? There you go. It's okay. Let it out. Let it out.
Do you really mean it?
Of course I do. Come on. Come on, Buttercup. Come on. It's okay.
Dave, let me ask you, how much weight did you lose?
I'm down over 60 pounds. I'm at 289 right now.
It's pretty unbelievable, Dave. I mean, you got James Ellsworth, you got no neck, you have about 3.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
I could lend him some. It's true. It's very true. But
what happened to your arm?
Oh, I broke my collarbone and dislocated my shoulder.
How did it happen?
From my injuries from Iraq, I have nerve damage. I was trying to get up off my bed, my arm gave out, and I came crashing down on it, and it hurt inside. You know, you get it, and came crashing down, and it hurt inside. That's good stuff. I don't care. And fell right on my shoulder, broke that shit, man.
It's funny. I was going to make a joke. I was going to say, how did you break your arm? Would you try to get out of bed? And you actually
That's exactly what happened. It's exactly
I swear to God, I had that joke on deck. I had it on deck, and you ruined it.
It's exactly what happened.
By being so fat that it actually happened.
I wish it was the fatness, but unfortunately, because I'm a real man, I went to Iraq, you know, and I got hurt, you know.
Yeah, I can't talk shit about that, but you know that's off limits. But
it's okay though.
All right. Well, I mean, it's a good pay-per-view. Wait, what? Did you have a good Thanksgiving?
Yeah, I did actually. For considering that I stuck to my diet over the entire thing, yeah, I'm actually pretty satisfied.
I got you, man. What's your diet?
I heard your probably your goddamn non-Jewish writer over there. Two turkeys. Get the
He's
fuck
pretty
out.
Jewish. You should see his nose.
Is he? Oh wow! You would think
what you ate for breakfast.
You would think the jokes would be better. Fuck. All right, look, guys. It's been nice playing with you, but I got to get back to this review. You all have a really good night, though.
Yeah, all right, go fuck yourself. See you.
Thank you. Love you. It's always good to hear from my trolls. I love those guys. They're the best. All right, let's get through the rest of this terrible fucking review, shall we? Bliss, new champion. Yay. And then that brings us to the main event. We got bleeding assholes, ripped pants. Ellsworth comes out, no sells his injuries. That's always great. And AJ Styles, 450s, everybody's faces off. We got Dead on Dave signs in the crowd. We got all kinds of crazy stuff. It was a fun night for me, you know? It was a fun night for me. But entertaining wise, it was a little bit difficult. So look, let's turn this over to you guys. I want to know what you guys think. Now's the time. Call in on Skype, David Vancura, DavidVancura, or of course the number 702-751-2902. Love to hear what you guys have to say about tonight. Tonight is a ride for love. You know I wanna touch you where the lights don't go. Tonight is a ride for love. Love gravy. That's right. Call on in and give me your love gravy all over my face, neck, and chest. I can't wait to hear from you guys. Use that number, 702-751-2902. Let's take another call. Mystic, you're live with Dead on Dave. How you doing?
I want to kill Ellsworth.
He's the worst, isn't he?
is so. Oh my god. Okay, so I was on Skype with my friend. That's how I was watching TLC. You saw that little bit.
Yes, I did.
And he actually had to turn down his volume because I was screaming so bad.
So let me ask, because I always got to get personal in things. Is it a friend or a friend in quotation marks?
A viewer of my stream who decided to help me out.
Okay, just making sure. I got to make sure that you're being treated properly. No one's gonna smack you around or treat you bad. I'm gonna make sure of that. Okay.
Nah, he's a cool dude. Don't have to worry about him.
All right, good stuff.
He actually asked me about wrestling stuff while I'm playing CS:GO, and it describes me so bad. He tells me I should just have a wrestling podcast of my own.
You should.
So I could just. Yeah, but I don't know how to do it.
What do you mean? I don't know how to do it, and I'm doing okay. Hell, I have no clue what I'm doing. I've got almost 4,000 subs. Imagine what you could do. Holy shit.
Well, I don't know. I don't think I have the money to get you the graphics that you can get.
Free. They're free. Yes, because everybody loves. Yes, because I'm amazing. I'm amazing. I am amazing. No, I've had some really cool people who have helped me out over the years because I'm basically fucking useless. So I've had some people who've helped me out quite a bit. And yeah, I mean, get Guncannon over there from Iron Knight Graphics. He does all the stuff now. I had Sal, the Copious Graphics Guru, knock out everything. And yeah, it was all essentially for free. It's amazing.
All right, I'll check out your boy. But...
Well, I mean, you'll have to pay him because you're not me.
Yeah,
but still,
I know. I know.
It's okay though. It won't be that. I'll talk to him. We'll give you the second cousin discount. Okay, we got you.
Second. All right. The copious click.
That's right. The copious click discount. There you go.
Hell yeah.
If I ever get a sponsorship from anybody that somebody, Wrestle Crate, that is going to be my damn promo code. Copious click. That's going to be
hell yeah.
There we go. So what else did you think about tonight's TLC pay-per-view?
Okay, so my thoughts. 2 out of my 5 predictions were right.
Ooh, that's
most of them, they were like my 2 gut feelings, Alexa and the Wyatts. The rest, oh my god. I seriously don't understand why they still have Miz as Intercontinental Champion. I feel like his run has gone on way too long, and we should get just a fresh storyline straight up. And I felt like we could have gotten that with Ziggler, but no, they still had to give him the belt because I just assumed that they're paying him like the semi big bucks, not like John Cena or Goldberg big bucks, but still the big bucks. And so it's like, well, I'm gonna go somewhere else if I don't keep this championship, blah blah blah, because the Miz.
Yeah, right.
But yeah. So I
gotta figure
like
this is going to a damn Daniel Bryan situation, man. It feels like that's where it's going. Why else could they be continuing this? It's madness. It's lunacy. What are they doing? It's gotta be a Daniel Bryan situation coming up somewhere.
If it is, I don't really think that'd be safe for him.
Well, the only way he'll get in there, though, the only way he'll get in there is if he's okay. I mean, I have to believe that.
It'll be a slow-paced match where he could just get along and not hurt himself.
According to him, he's fine. That's the thing. According to him, he's perfectly fine, and he's being cleared by everybody in the world except 1 or 2 doctors. It's just, I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what ends up happening, but he looks like he's putting on some weight again, which could be a sign. I don't know. I'm just trying to think what could possibly be the reason that the Miz continues to be champion. I mean, they has to have like either someone's going to debut and go against him, or the Daniel Bryan thing's going to happen. And if so, he should start training for that shit now, like ASAP. I agree. Well, I'm sure he is. Yeah.
Because he hasn't wrestled in what, like a year?
Longer than that. That's been a while.
Yeah, a little longer than a year. So he needs to start training. He needs to start lifting, and he needs to start getting back into the swing of things. If not, they're probably going to bring someone up from NXT to challenge him.
I think there's a lot of different ways that you can go. That's the one thing about having a crap-ass segment, a crap-ass situation for a while. Basically, you can do whatever you want. Baron Corbin is an option, but he's kind of going crazy at the moment. I think we're going to see a trade really soon, and I'm just not exactly sure who it's going to be, what it's going to happen. I don't know who can come up. What about Ty Dillinger? Ty Dillinger getting a call. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing that.
That's true. That's true. Ty's a really good wrestler. I
love Ty. Ty does not have bad matches. He's got a very over gimmick. I would love to see him come in and instantly win the belt off the Miz. That'd be kind of cool.
Or we could see Mr. Glorious.
We could, but he's going to be tied up for a while. Spoilers, kids. Spoilers. If you don't want to know what I'm about to say, go ahead and get those earmuffs on, because in 3, 2, 1, spoiler alert, the glorious one, Bobby Roode, will be the next competitor for Shinsuke Nakamura, your once again NXT champion. They will be taking each other on at San Antonio. That's right.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. That's true. But what if Nakamura retains and then he gets picked up?
That would be like,
because
that's 2-3 months from now, but it could happen. Could happen.
Oh, yeah, that's right. But, like, that's what I think Shinsuke took the belt from Joe. He's going to totally be in the in Royal Rumble now.
I don't think he'll totally going to be in the Rumble. I don't think Shinsuke will. No, I think Shinsuke.
No, I'm talking about Joe.
Oh, potentially. But if he doesn't debut before then, potentially, yeah. I think there's a very good opportunity that we'll see him in the Rumble.
Rumble's not that far away.
No,
Rumble's like a couple weeks.
End of January. End of January.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like a month. So they have like a good month to build a month or two to build him up.
6 weeks.
I feel it. I feel like in my core he's gonna be in the Rumble.
Well,
in my core.
It's always nice to hear about your core. I do appreciate that. What's your rating for tonight's show?
Rating? I'm giving it a 5.5.
Yeah, that's about.
It went under my expectations. Yeah, it was under my expectations. I didn't really feel like it was going to be that good in the first place, but I felt like they could have gotten so many people over. I felt like Kalisto could finally squash this, but they gave it to Corbin, made him go insane. Alexa Bliss I saw coming. Wyatt family saw coming. Miz, they just lost it. Book, like, the writing has lost it. AJ Styles probably gonna build up with a match maybe with Taker. That's what my friend says.
Yeah,
but
the problem is Taker's not cleared yet, and that's the problem.
Yeah,
I think if Taker was going to be involved, we would have saw him tonight. But it kind of tells me everything I need to know as far as Taker not being ready. For the booking, I thought overall, except for the Miz, I didn't have a problem with any of the booking. It was the matches for me. The matches were unbelievably sloppy all night. The booking wasn't a big problem for me, but if I would have went 2 for 6 like you did, I guess I'd have a problem with the booking too. But still, we appreciate it. Thank you very much for calling in. It was a great call.
No problem.
Call of the night so far. Congratulations.
Thank you. I feel honored.
You don't get anything for it except my,
I know.
Thanks, but you get 5 copious points. Save them up, and who knows, that might turn into something. All right.
All right.
Talk
Thanks,
to you later,
Dave.
Mystic. I'm going to gently put you over the top rope. Have a good night.
All right. You too.
All right. Let's take another call. Matt Kennedy. You're live with that on Dave. What you got?
Dave, what is up, man?
What's up, dude?
What's up? I just got done watching Talking Smack. I was watching it before I called in. And
anything happen?
Yeah, Ellsworth. They had Ellsworth come on, and he was all like excited. He was like, Daniel, did you see what happened? He's like, I did it. And Daniel was like, why the hell did you do that? And Ellsworth with his quote unquote promo work, he said that he said that him and Dean are cool. He's like, yeah, we go way back, because now he's like, now that Dean's out of the way, I get my one-on-one title shot with AJ Styles, and that's basically what his reasoning for that was, from what they said. And I guess Ellsworth wants his title shot on Tuesday. So.
Oh my God. Oh Jesus, that's wonderful. You know, AJ. Okay, Ellsworth is missing a lot of things. He's missing talent, charisma, a chin, probably a chromosome. I mean, the guy is missing a whole hell of a lot there. Why are they doing this? Can you explain it to me? Can someone explain to me the madness that's happening right now?
If I could, I would. When he came out tonight, I was honestly pissed, but I guess I should be expecting it because he's been in the main event picture for so many weeks now.
Yeah.
I have not watched the SmackDown main event in multiple weeks because Ellsworth has been involved. He has beaten AJ Styles 3 times, and that doesn't do very good for me. But I'm glad AJ won tonight. I hope Taker gets cleared. I hope if not, he maybe shows up on SmackDown because he didn't show up tonight. I don't know if he's fully cleared or not yet.
Can I ask you something? Anybody who brings this match up, I have to ask him the same question. Why do you want to see Undertaker and AJ? I want to know what leads you to believe that an Undertaker who is having trouble getting medically cleared at 50 years old, 6'10", 6'9", whatever the hell he is, over 300 pounds, is going to have a good match with 5'10" AJ Styles at this stage in their career. What am I not seeing? What am I not understanding?
Taker, he's been who he is for so long. AJ Styles had been who he is for so long. AJ Styles is one of the safest workers. He can. I feel, no matter. I mean, I don't know how Undertaker's body is. He looks good. I mean, he looks in shape.
He can't get medically cleared. He's having a hard time getting medically. He just had a hip surgery, and that, I don't know if you know this, but the hips hold up the body. And AJ is 5'10". How is he gonna pick this guy up to do anything? I guess if AJ doesn't pick him up, or, breathe on him too hard. I don't know. What is AJ going to do? Just run around the ring while the Undertaker stands there? I'd much rather see something else. I just don't get it. Put him in there with somebody who can actually take care of him. AJ can't. It's not that AJ's not safe. He's 39, 5'10", going up against a 6'10", 300-pound, old as fuck, hurt dead man. I mean, I just don't get it. It makes no sense to me.
Just lay Taker on a table and have AJ do the same 450 splash that he did tonight, because that was beautiful as hell.
It was beautiful. It was phenomenal. Certainly was.
But the only I really, really enjoyed this pay-per-view. I like how the heels. I don't know why I like this much, but I like how all the heels won. Alexa, I really like how she won. I feel like she's really deserving. I feel like she's one of the best heel workers, way better than Charlotte, because Charlotte is forced down our throats constantly. So I like Alexa winning it. Becky, don't know what she's gonna do, and the whole Natalya, Nikki Bella, to Pete's sake. It gives direction. I like how they're having multiple feuds. SmackDown, it's so much easier to watch. And Raw,
really?
I'm not looking.
Oh no, SmackDown is fucking almost impossible to get through most weeks, man. I don't get it. It's awful. It's supposed to be the wrestling show, and there's hardly any wrestling. You cannot, as a wrestling fan, sit here with a straight face and tell me that wrestling was good tonight. It was terrible in-ring action. It was sloppy. It was all fucking night. And I know a lot of it has to do with the fact that it was mainly gimmick matches. I get that. But it was a really, really mediocre, at best, night of wrestling. And that's how SmackDown is most of the time. It's a goddamn joke. You got Ellsworth. You love Ellsworth continuing to beat AJ? Is that what you're loving? Did you love Slater's fucking joke of a title run where they did nothing with the tag team title? I mean, what do you like? What is there to like about SmackDown? I don't get it. Raw might be Raw, but at least there's some fucking shit going on. My God.
SmackDown, they did have, I believe it was like 3 wrestling matches last week on the finale go home show. And that was only, they were very, very short matches. But,
I can't remember what I said about last week's SmackDown. I don't think it was all that bad. I can't remember. That should tell you everything you need to know. I can't remember. Nothing fucking stood out. Oh, the Styles Clash. That was awesome. The Styles Clash was awesome.
Okay, but take the whole AJ Styles and James Ellsworth thing out of the equation. But from what I'm about to say, the whole thing about SmackDown, what I like it, for me, why it's easy for me to watch is because the storylines, because for me, they make sense, because everything that happens, it believes it makes sense. The whole Randy, I really am enjoying the whole Bray Wyatt Randy Orton thing. I'm enjoying.
Did you love when Bray disappeared from a Connex? Yeah, that made sense. Or how about, Dolph Ziggler winning a match just to lose the belt right back to Miz? That made a lot of sense too. How about this weird shit with Natalya being a coach for a fucking Survivor Series match, naming a goddamn team captain and Nikki Bella, then taking her out before? No, nothing makes sense on SmackDown. It's a mess. Yeah, having Shane McMahon on your men's Survivor Series team, brilliant move. No, I'm sorry, I can't get on that. I can't get on that train with you because I have a feeling that train's gonna derail. Can't get on the train.
I still prefer SmackDown. Raw puts me to sleep every damn week. I can't sit through the 3 hours, Dave. I can't, and I hate seeing Roman Reigns.
I don't blame you.
I hate seeing how the Universal Championship is treated like crap. I hate seeing the same 2 women. I hate that there's a lack of a women's division. I hate seeing the club treated like crap. I hate seeing the belts on the New Day. I hate so much more on Raw.
Look, fair enough. I mean, but at the same time, my problem is SmackDown gives me diarrhea. I'd rather take a nap than be on the toilet, and that's what SmackDown does to me. It puts me on the toilet. It's not good. But hey, fair enough, man. What's your rating for tonight?
I know your opinion on it. I like it. I'm gonna give it a 7. Take the 0.5 off because of all the stupid damn crowd shots tonight. Pointless reactions that piss.
Oh, they're doing that.
Me off
They're trying to connect us to the universe, you know.
I saw a guy eating cotton candy. That's all I freaking saw, and that's the most I can connect. Yeah, that sucked. But Dave,
shit.
Thanks for having me.
No problem.
I had a good night. I love wrestling, so I'll see you later. Okay.
All right, buddy. Hey, I appreciate your opinion, even though I don't agree with it. It's okay, completely. Everybody has a voice here on Dead on Dave Productions. Thank you very much for calling in. I appreciate it. Have yourself a good night, and over to Top Rope you go. Let's take another call. 480, you're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
Man, if it wasn't...
You cut out on me. Hello? Hello, por favor. Okay, you're gone. Take another call. 347, you're live with Dead on Dave. Oh, what you got?
Hey, man. I know you didn't like tonight's TLC, but I thought it was pretty solid.
Really?
I think it was too bad. I agree that. Yeah, I thought it was okay. Kalisto versus Baron Corbin. That was a pretty good match. Surprisingly, I wasn't even gonna watch that match. I was just gonna go do something else. But that match was a pretty good match.
It was the first time I fell asleep tonight. Was during that match.
Styles versus Ambrose, despite Ambrose no-selling that forearm, and Styles, ripping his pants, and
it was the best part of the night. That match was perfectly fine up until the ending where they went the predictable route with Ellsworth getting involved. That kind of made me throw up out of my ass. The rest of the night was sloppy, brother. I mean, it was just a sloppy night of wrestling. You can count the botches. They were all over the place. Which, look, I'm not one of these guys who thinks botches will end the night for me. But when it's just nothing is clean and everything that ladder match, I was expecting great things out of that ladder match. If there was one match that I was expecting to kind of blow me away, it was that match. And it just simply didn't. It was very, very mediocre. And I think mediocre is the theme of the night. I don't think it was necessarily a terrible pay-per-view, but anything over a 5.5, I think is being unbelievably generous, but that's just my opinion.
That Bray Wyatt match, I'm so sick of Bray. I wish he would either die or leave.
What the fuck?
He's getting on my nerves.
You can't wish death on the man. Holy shit.
The guy is annoying. Here's my problem with Bray Wyatt. I get he's a top 10 merch live event draw. I get all that. He gets, he has the lights turned on and everything when he comes out. But the guy, he's won like 3 matches in his entire career, and all of a sudden he's good enough to win a tag title with a 12-time world champion.
Yes. Yes. He's consistently one of the most over people. No, it's not. It's not insane at all. He's won a little bit more than you're giving him credit for. I will give you that. He has lost a whole hell of a lot, but wins and losses don't matter. It's fake. He doesn't give a shit. People love the Wyatts. People love Bray Wyatt. He really does connect with the crowd, and he does it with a terrible, terrible fucking stupid supernatural gimmick. I think that's an accomplishment in and of itself. He's in there with Randy Orton. I like the fact that they're tag champions. It's better than goddamn Slater and Rhino. Jesus, he looks like Meatloaf up there right now. No, I love me some Bray Wyatt. I do. I think he's great. I do. I think he's one of the most talented guys both in and out of the ring in WWE right now. I love Bray Wyatt.
He is. I don't like when a guy loses as much as he does and then wins the title. At least, Ambrose is another glorified jobber, but at least when he won the world title, he won it through cashing in Money in the Bank.
I got two words for you, though. I got 2 words for you in response to that. Chris Jericho.
What?
Chris Jericho. That's my response to that. Chris Jericho probably has the worst win-loss record of anyone who will ever go in the Hall of Fame. Chris Jericho's going in the Hall of Fame. There's no question about it. He's first ballot. Probably the worst win-loss record of anybody who will ever go in. I'm talking worse than Rikishi, more than likely. I mean, Chris Jericho loses a lot. I mean, a lot.
I'm beginning to wonder the purpose of Chris Jericho. Yeah, he doesn't get anyone over. I don't understand.
Oh no! What are you talking about? Chris Jericho doesn't get people over. All Chris Jericho.
Name 5 guys he's gotten over. Name 5 guys.
I can name you 15. Let's start the list. Let's start the list with just this year. Okay. Let's start with this year. You got. Look what he's doing with Kevin Owens, for one. He's making that entire situation fucking bearable with everything that he's been doing in comedic. AJ fucking Styles, all right? AJ had the perfect landing place with Chris Jericho when he came into the company. Fantastic match at WrestleMania, then puts AJ Styles over the next night in a fatal 4-way. AJ goes on, becomes a fucking champion. Over the years, you got guys like Christian who's worked with him. He's worked with all the cruiserweights down in WCW, helped many of them get over at a very, very young stage in their career. In WWE, it's endless. Everybody fucking worked with this guy. He helped put he's one of the guys who has put over Bray Wyatt. Now, and Bray Wyatt's always been over, so it's kind of hard to give him credit for that, but he's put him over. He's put over everybody. He's put over everybody. I mean, you name a name.
In the last 4 years, name one guy who was less over before wrestling Jericho and became more over after wrestling Jericho.
I'd have to look at. I think Bray Wyatt. I think Bray Wyatt is a guy that you can certainly put in that category. AJ, I think, was the proving ground. I know that AJ was already over as far as like to wrestling smarts, but being able to have that WWE landing spot, I think, is an important thing to be able to accomplish, and Jericho certainly did that. There's plenty of guys, man. You just got to look at everyone that he's wrestling.
I want to ask you something.
Oh no! Don't ask me. Don't ask me. If you want to ask me something, but don't ask me. I'm scared of fucking sharp objects. Don't ask me.
Okay, I'm going to ask you something.
There you go.
Is the chair match the stupidest match concept ever? What is the point of the chair match? I tweeted you saying if you get hit, if you use a table, do you get disqualified? Because I really don't understand that match at all. What is the point of the chairs match?
I don't know. Because they don't want to do 2 of the same match. I have no fucking idea. But it's not the stupidest. The stupidest was a couple of years ago, Big Show and Eric Rowan, a stairs match. That was the worst.
And do you think that the Wyatts used the Freebird rule?
They kind of gave a little bit of alluding to that, didn't they? I mean, with the whole little moment between Randy and Mr. Bald Spot there, Luke Harper. They certainly could, but I'm not expecting it. This whole situation is about Bray and Randy. I think that's the story that needs to continue to be told. We'll see what they decide to do. It won't be a bad thing if they do it. I mean, one of my favorite things throughout the entire night tonight was that fucking pose at the end. That was awesome. That pose between those three. That was awesome.
That was sick. That was really cool.
Yeah.
There's one more thing before I go.
Yeah.
Is AJ Styles. That guy, I mean, we all know he's the number 1 wrestler in the world right now. I think I hate when people like to, bring up, Seth Rollins. So maybe Seth Rollins is up there with him. Seth Rollins is a very distant 3 or something.
Seth
AJ
Rollins
is
in the
man.
conversation. He's in the conversation, but there's no question AJ Styles is the best wrestler in the world right now. I think you could put Shinsuke Nakamura in that category as well, but AJ is the best guy in the business today.
What I loved about tonight was, AJ doesn't get enough credit for, I suppose, in my mind, you have a guy like, I'll bring up like the Shield guy, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns. When Seth was a heel, everybody wanted him to turn face largely because his wrestling style fit that. He wrestles like a baby face. Roman Reigns gets very mixed reaction. AJ Styles gets a baby face reaction, wrestles like a baby face, but is a pure heel, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with. There's nothing to change about AJ that needs to be changed whatsoever, and I think that's incredible. He's a guy that diverse and that polarizing and there's nothing to change about him. That's superb. salute to that man.
Yeah, I mean, look, the guy continues to get cheers. He doesn't really have to change his style. But the thing is, over the years, when you've watched AJ wrestle as a heel, he does typically change his style. He does a little bit less aerial stuff. But this run has been a little bit different, where I think they started doing that at the beginning of the run, the heel run. But they've kind of gone away from it because they're just kind of going with it. I believe we're going to see a face turn out of AJ relatively soon. I think people want to cheer the guy. You kind of got to go with it. And now he showed his butt crack to the world, so it is what it is. What's your rating for tonight?
I'll give it a 6.5.
You just told me how fucking great the pay-per-view was. Did he give it a 6.5? You know I have to ridicule you for this.
I thought it was okay.
6.5 is great, though. I don't know. You're over the top rope. I'm throwing you over the top rope. Have a good night. I appreciate the call. Get the fuck out of here. Good God. Oh, my God. Christ almighty. We're taking your calls live on Skype. David Vancura at DAVID, VANCURA. And, of course, the number 702-751-2902. Go ahead and call in now because I want to go to sleep. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. 480, you're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
Can you hear me now? My bedroom, am I not breaking up?
Okay,
okay, perfect. If it wasn't for that main event, this probably ended up being the worst pay-per-view of the year, honestly. The wrestling was not good. It really wasn't.
I agree with you. If it wasn't for that main event, this would be the worst pay-per-view of the year. I agree with you.
Yeah, it just really wasn't. I mean, I liked a lot of the results, like Alexa Bliss winning. That made me happy.
The booking was not a problem. It was the wrestling. You're once again, every time you call in, I swear to God, you just parrot everything that I say. And usually I don't. I mind it more than I do tonight. But you're 100% right. The booking was not a problem tonight. It was the wrestling. I agree. Continue.
Yeah, and I just, like you said, I don't understand how people can sit there with a straight face and say that SmackDown's better. I just don't understand it.
Are you taking notes really of everything that I say and then just repeating them on the air? That's what I'm just asking. Are you sure? Are they copious notes? I believe you're taking copious notes of the copious fat man. I'm just saying, I don't blame you. If you're going to take notes of somebody, it should be me. So, good on you for at least having a good eye, at the very least. What else you got for me?
I want to talk about where AJ goes from here. I agree with you too. I don't want to see Taker in him. I know we've seen it. We've seen it a lot. But I'd rather see him and Cena again, honestly. But my problem with that,
we are seeing that.
My problem with that is they're never going to have a better match than they did at SummerSlam. That match
AJ and Cena. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to see that anytime soon, but probably will. I don't know where AJ goes from here. That's the thing. James Ellsworth on Tuesday. That's what we know is coming, unfortunately. And who knows what they're going to do. Oh, my God. Could they actually put the fucking belt on Ellsworth? Oh, my God.
Good God. No.
That might be it for me. I might not be able to take it no more. I don't know. But what's your rating for tonight, man?
Happens. Yeah, like I said, the wrestling was. I'll give it a 5.5. That made it. God,
even my exact same rating. Unbelievable. Thanks a lot, 480. Have yourself a good night. Jesus Christ. I felt like if I threw him over the top rope, I'd be throwing my own opinions over the top rope, so I couldn't do that. Joining me now, the man who made these wonderful graphics that you're looking at on the screen. He's from Iron Knight Graphics, the one, the only, the most redundant name on YouTube. Guncannon, what's going on, buddy?
I called it a throwaway. It wasn't a horrible throwaway, but it wasn't.
It wasn't horrible. Look, it was not horrible.
No.
It wasn't horrible, but it was certainly not any better than mediocre. By the way, we got Andre Corbiel in the fucking chat, guys. Andre Corbiel is here. The Andre Corbiel. Holy shit. Please continue, Guncannon.
Honestly, it was. There wasn't a lot really to take out of it. There were definitely spots. I did like some of that match between Corbett and Kalisto. It went exactly how everybody called it. It wasn't horrible, but it was good to see at least that Kalisto can work a match like that.
Yeah.
Because I think everybody was going into that going, he's just going to get tossed around like a rag.
Yeah.
Able to take it. He was able to at least dish some out, so it was okay with that.
I'm just not a huge fan of small guy, big guy type. Not that small and not that big. I could deal with some things, But those type of matches I have a hard time with because I have a hard time suspending my disbelief on those. But I agree with you. I thought overall that match wasn't awful. It's a chairs match. It is what it is, you know?
It was hysterical to see the clothesline to Kalisto with the chair that Corbin did. I
like Baron going crazy. I'm a big fan of Corbin going absolutely nuts. I love that.
Yeah. The women's championship match, nothing against Becky Lynch. Bliss needed to win that.
It kind of felt like a change needed to happen. I don't like saying it either because I like Becky, but it did kind of feel like a change needed to happen. It feels like Alexa was like on the edge of glory and she got it, you know, so I'm glad.
Yeah. The Intercontinental title match.
Very disappointing to me. Very disappointing. I'm very disappointed in that match.
And then the whole pre-show they were just pitching. Oh, this is going to be the match. It's going to be the show.
They had a fantastic promo. The goddamn video package was amazing for it. Holy God. It was so good. You know what probably the most disappointing thing of the night was for me? The commentary. I was waiting for you to say what. Holy shit. The commentary. The commentary was fucking atrocious. I mean, really bad commentary. I was so shocked at how bad it was tonight. David Otunga needs to go. Maybe that's why Tom Phillips is there to kind of ease him out of the situation, but he's got to go. It's just not working out. David Otunga is horrible. I mean, if you're horrible when you're sitting in proximity to JBL, you know you got to think about your life choices, and that's where David Otunga is at this moment.
And he needed to make a reference to his wife at one point. I was like, just stop. Stop. You get ripped about your wife all the time, and then you try to use her as a defense mechanism. Doesn't work. Does not work.
Andre Corbiel in chat says, Kalisto used to wrestle for the Hart Legacy Wrestling as Samurai del Sol. Yeah, that's very true. Kalisto's a good wrestler. He's a very good wrestler. He's unbelievably clean for a guy who does lucha-style wrestling. You don't always see a guy that clean, and he is. You don't see a lot of mistakes out of him as far as just everyday common household moves that you see out of a luchador. So it is nice to see a guy like that. It's not a surprise that he was associated with Hart Legacy Wrestling either. That's not a shock at all.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. And like I said, it's nothing against them. It was not a book match. They had to get rid of that feud, though. I would love to see Corbin go after that Intercontinental title.
I'm thinking that's what we got to see. If you're not going to bring somebody else up, I think that it's kind of where you have to go. There's not a lot of faces in the company right now, or on SmackDown, I should say. So it's going to be interesting where they go. I got one question for you. What about AJ Styles? Let's talk about AJ Styles. You're talking about all the crap that happened tonight. You haven't talked about the one standout thing, and I'm not even talking about the entire match because I thought Dean Ambrose kind of sucked tonight. But AJ Styles was as good as we have seen him in a WWE ring. I mean, he was fantastic tonight. He was phenomenal. That 450 from the ring through a table, I've never seen it before. I've never seen that. Maybe I'd need to get out more, but I've never seen that move, and he looked nervous doing it, and he nailed it. He over-rotated a little bit, but he caught himself, didn't hurt. That's good. I was unbelievably impressed with what he did tonight. It's unfortunate that once again, they put him in proximity to James Ellsworth, but it is what it is.
I said it in the chat, that chinless suckhole puppet. Just I cannot stand him anymore. I cannot stand Ellsworth anymore. Yeah, AJ was the whole reason that match worked well. Ambrose did what Ambrose normally does. I'm going to throw you into shit because it's legal.
Yeah.
That was it.
I'm really getting tired of Ambrose. I like Dean. Don't get me wrong. I do. But I'm getting tired of it's the same damn thing all the time. Ambrose has no depth, at least not in WWE. Look, I've seen him as Johnny Moxley, and he was great in some of his matches and stuff. But here in WWE, there's no depth to his wrestling. It's the same shit all the time. And now we're seeing a lot sloppier style out of him. I don't know, man. I'm just getting tired of the Ambrose side, the lunatic fringe. I'm just tired of it, man.
He needs to kind of disappear for a little while.
Maybe he
Whether
goes
it's,
back
you
down
know,
to the Intercontinental Championship division. Maybe he takes on the Miz for the IC belt.
maybe. I mean, that would also make sense. I mean, at this point,
I
Ziggler has officially figured out how to fail downward from rock bottom.
That's right. So. Ziggler is. I don't know where Ziggler goes. Ziggler has got to go. Maybe he fails upwards and he goes and takes on AJ for a little while. Maybe it's very possible.
Someone mentioned that last night, in the prediction show, and as soon as he said it, my first response is no. Nobody fails upwards. Nobody bounces that well. Yeah. He's going to fail downwards, and he's at rock bottom, so that'll be impressive. He's aiming for friggin' molten lava.
We're going to see something else happen with him. You never know with Mr. Dolph Ziggler. Look, let me get you up out of here because I want to go to sleep here. I'm exhausted. Thank you, Mr. Guncannon. What's your rating for tonight?
I'm going to give it a 5. Just a solid 5. There were a few good spots. It
wasn't horrible, but it was just mediocre.
Yeah. That's pretty much it.
There you go. Gun, I appreciate it. Have yourself a good night, buddy.
You too.
Make sure you check out Guncannon over at Iron Knight Graphics. It's in the description box along with all kinds of good stuff. You got my Patreon. You can become a patron on Patreon over there. That's in the description box along with the donation tab. If you want to donate, help out the channel grow and maintain all the bills and all that, you can do so in there as well. Get a nice little message on the screen. So many good things you can do. You can also just hit that like button. You can go over and find the merchandise store, www.deadondave.spreadshirt.com. Stocking stuffers, folks. Go ahead and check that out as well. Andre Corbiel, Frenchie, both are... Oh, he's talking about hockey. Andre Corbiel's talking about hockey. Not a big surprise. Not a big surprise. Andre Corbiel's talking about hockey. There you go, kids. All right, one last thing before we close the book on tonight. I want your ratings. I want your ratings for WWE TLC. What did you think about this show? Hit me up. Rating out of 10. I want it right now. Give it to me. Give it to me, you sexy freaks. Give it to me. I want to know what you thought of TLC. I'm going with a 5.5. I can't go much higher than that. I really did think it was a kind of a... It was mediocre. Mediocre at best, but I want to hear from you guys. You tell me what you guys thought about it, and we're going to get up out of here. I hope you had a fun night tonight. We are on our way to 4,000 subscribers. We're almost there. You guys can continue to get us up there, and I hope you do that. We got our ratings coming in. Sarah Small with a 5. Casey McLaughlin, 5 out of 10. Sleeping Angels, 4 out of 10. Terry Snow Queen, great show, Dave. It's not a rating, but I'll take the compliment. Lord knows, on a night like tonight, I certainly need it. Bear, 6.5. Would be a 5 if Alexa and AJ didn't win. Fair enough. Like I said, booking was not the problem. The finishes were not the issue. It was the overall wrestling tonight that I had an issue with. Terry gives it a 6 out of 10. Frenchie Ben, 5 out of 10. Leaping Lizard, biggest highlight of the night. Tommy C finally got his Skype fixed. We'll see. Let's hope. We'll find out tomorrow for sure. I think that's just about going to wrap it up. I hope you guys had a fun time tonight, not only over at TLC, but here as well, man. We aim to please on Dead on Dave Productions, and I hope you had a fun time tonight hanging out with your copious fat man. We got another great week of good stuff happening. We're going to watch the Shinsuke Nakamura Samoa Joe match together, the one that was filmed in Osaka, Japan. We're going to watch that together on Wednesday. 205 Live was great last week. It'll be back this week again. That should be a lot of fun. James Ellsworth going after the title. Oh my God. You got Raw building up to the next pay-per-view, all kinds of good stuff. So hopefully you'll be here to experience all that good stuff with me. Hope you all have a good night. Panda Ponage gives it a 6.9 out of 420. Holy God. Fake ass twat. No purple lightning. 0 out of 10. There you go. Thank you guys very much for joining me right here on Dead on Dave Productions. Like, subscribe, and share. And as always, if you don't have talent, have talented friends like all the people that you can find in my featured channels. Andre Corbiel's there. So is Grand Slam 87. That's Jeff Huffman. Tommy C's SFTP. Too Tall is there. And so many others. Make sure you guys check them out. And thank you very much for spending your evening with me once again. Keep it copious, folks. And peace.